Is this? Okay. So they're going to step out and powwow. They know that he is dirty, 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 and still hasn't admitted to any wrongdoing and will not admit to any wrongdoing. Even now that he's in jail for the rest of his life, he still has not admitted anything. So let's see. And I might fast forward through some of this because there's no need to just like sit there and look at him for 10 minutes.
Let us powwow. My shirt.
Okay, and so you can see here, he sits there like this in silence the entire time, doesn't move, doesn't take out his phone and send text messages, doesn't appear nervous and flustered, he's not getting up and pacing, he's just sitting there like a statue. Very, very cold and bizarre. So let's just do a little fast forward just to get through this, because they're out for a couple minutes. Okay, here we go. They're coming back. Any minute now, they're going to come back in here. There they are.
Your phone. I wanted to update.
Oh, I didn't realize that she'd taken his phone. Okay, well now he has his phone back. That's why he wasn't on it before. Okay, moving on.
Looking in your car.
Oh, okay.
But they wanted you to have your phone.
Okay.
All right. So we have no misunderstanding because, and maybe I didn't key in on some things. I want you turn in your activity card, walk me through it all again.
Okay, so over the course of this interview up till this point, he has given multiple accounts of this traffic stop, and each one has more details, right? She now wants to hear it again, and this is to check for inconsistencies. See, she has the upper hand here in that she and Rocky were both taking notes. And also, this is being recorded, obviously. So any kind of discrepancies are going to be easy to catch. Either immediately, if they remember that he said something different, or definitely after reviewing the footage. So let's see what he has to say this time.
In my activity card, I leave out station, I go take a right, go northbound on Prospect.
Notice this is present progressive tense, by the way.
The 50th, about that time, turn off my computer, done for the night, head left to go westbound on 50th from Prospect. About a block down, I see a Grand Prix in the outside lane. I was in the inside lane. Directly in front of me, car swerved. At that time, I kind of fall behind of it. Then initially it lighted up until we hit about 50th and Lincoln. I didn't want to light it up at the stop sign, so I waited till it go forward. Just lit it up just to the west. And then that's when I made the traffic stop.
Okay, walk me through the stop.
Made the traffic stop, made contact, gave her license, insurance, normal protocol. She gave me her identification card. And then at the time I said, you have a valid driver's license? She said no. So I was like, okay, it's time to step out of the vehicle.
Did she have insurance?
She didn't get insurance. I just saw the ID and I was like, yeah, valid insurance.
Notice she asked if she had insurance. That question has already been asked and answered half an hour ago. That is deliberately done to check for, is he saying the same thing or not? And he did say the same thing there.
Our license. So I brought her back to the house, the car, and then that's when
what side of your car?
The back right.
The passenger side?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So as I'm walking her down, I was like, you have any weapons or whatever? I always ask people when I step out of the car, whatnot. At that time, I powdered her down, whatnot. Asked her to lift up her shirt. No weapons as I could see or anything like that. Put her in the back of my car. Asked her what the deal is. She's going to Ann Arbor on the northwest side to visit her daughter, I believe. And I'm like, okay, why were you swerving? Why are you late at 2 o'clock at night driving and whatnot? What's the deal? She's like, I'm just going to my daughter's house. Okay, so why are you swerving? She's just like, I got nervous or something or whatever the deal is. So I asked her, okay, and I go, is there anything inside the car I need to know about? And then she says there's some juice in there. I was like, is there an alcohol in the juice? She says, no. So I was like, anything else inside the car? She's like, oh, you might just find some pills and whatnot. So I proceeded to ask, can I have consent to search the car? She says, yes. Go to the car, I did a quick search, nothing, didn't look up any carpets or anything like that. I did a quick search, looked under the seat, looked through her purse, saw the pills, smoked the juice. I didn't smell any alcohol in the juice. When I looked at the pills, I kind of quick glanced to make sure it was her name, whatnot. Okay, we're good. Went back over there, okay. What's the deal with this, blah, 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 whatnot. And she's like, I'm just trying to go see my daughter. And then I was like, okay. I don't want to go. I don't want to take you to jail. I'm tired. I want to go home. And then she's like, okay. So basically went from there, and I said, I'll follow you around. We got in her car. She took forever, so I pulled out, did a U-turn in front of her. She followed me where I could see her in the rearview mirror. We went over, and I went northbound on Broadway Extension. She went 44 and west. And that was it.
Okay, let's talk about that. Oh, there were so many times during that when I wanted to pause it and start yelling, but okay, how many times did he say whatnot? How many times? It was like 6, 7, something like that. He said whatnot, he said basically, and then at the end he was like, that's it. When someone is telling a story of a supposedly true event, and they end it with, and that's it, what that's communicating is that's all they want to say. That's the end of what I'm going to say about it, right? Because he wants them to be like, yep, okay, that's all that happened. Goodbye, have a nice day. Obviously, they're not going to do that, but it's a subconscious, it's like a reflex just to be like, yep, I did this, that, and that, that's it. Let's continue.
Why'd you log off?
I always log off.
Aren't you supposed to stay logged on until you get home?
I always log off.
Do you keep your police radio on when you go home?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're listening.
I think I have my radio on, yes.
So he says he always logs off. She didn't ask him how frequently. She said why. And he has not answered that question yet.
Did you turn them off?
Yeah, I do.
That's not good officer safety. What if you drive by an armed robbery?
That's true too, yeah.
I mean, or what if you drive by an officer that needs backup and you're right there and you didn't hear it?
That's right.
I'll give you my mommy lecture. So you always log off when you're done?
Majority of the time, yes.
Okay. When you bring her to the passenger side of the car, here's her car. I'm not a good artist either.
Notice she is now speaking in the present progressive tense. So if he picks that up, we can't necessarily infer deception just from that, just because of how she's talking now. I kind of wish that she was using the past tense. I'm not sure why she did this in present progressive.
And here's your car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you bring her over here.
The back right.
Okay.
Passenger side.
Is this where you're having your conversation the whole time?
The whole time when I step out of the car, I'll always talk to him when you got anything on you. So as we're walking here, I'm like, okay, anything on you? Okay. Be careful. I just quick pat you down. Whatever. Just go ahead. Quick pat her down. No, I have weapons I felt or anything like that. I looked at your shirt. About right there. There's nothing. Okay. Keep walking. Still checking her out, making sure everything's good. And I'm empty your shoes. No. Try to take off her shoes. I'm like, you good? So get inside the car, and that's when I proceeded to ask anything on board.
Okay, so she got inside the car.
She got inside the car.
Did you go get in the car and talk, or did you stand there with the door open and talk to her?
I think I did get inside the car for like a quick minute and just see what's the deal. It's just talking to her and whatnot.
Okay. Again, I think I did. He would know. Okay? If he had gotten into, the driver's seat and turned around to talk to her, he would know that. The truth is, he did not. He stood right in front of her and made her blow him. And I don't believe that any of the surveillance footage shows it in like maximum definition, but you can see that he's standing in front of where she's sitting for quite a long time. he thinks he got in the car. No. He just wants her to believe that he did. But he never did.
And that's the time where I think I smelt the alcohol just a little bit on her. But nothing.
And this is the first time he has mentioned smelling alcohol in her breath. First time.
I didn't stay in the car forever and whatnot. I just talked to her for a quick, brief minute.
And then you went up and searched.
Yeah, I got consent to search the car, asking anything's on board. She said, juice. I was like, any alcohol in the juice? No. Anything else I should know about before I go inside the car? I'm going to find it. She said, pills. Okay, I was like, all right. I didn't ask her specifically where the pills were.
Right.
So I go inside the car, look down in the front left seat, quick search, and look through the carpets or anything I said. Smelled the juice, not smelling the alcohol. Went through her purse. First I saw bottles of pills and whatnot, but just quick glance, okay, that's her name. Went back.
Now, when you went back, did you get in your car or did you go back over here?
I can't, I don't know if I went into my car or went back over there, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Oh my good Lord. Okay. He fumbles that answer because he does not want to have to admit that he went back over to stand in front of her while she was in the car. Okay? What he wants her to believe is that he put her in the car, talked to her from the driver's seat, then searched the car, and then returned and got back in the driver's seat. But that's not what happened. So, you notice he's hemming, he's hawing, he's moving around, and then of course we have my favorite phrase, to be honest with you. Okay? We are now watching a serial rapist attempt to cover up a rape. Let's continue.
Sometimes, like I said, we open the car door and we stand, car doors open, and I'll stand right here and talk to them because they're sitting right here.
Right. I've done that, yeah.
Did you do that with her?
Yeah, I did that, yes.
So you're having conversation while she's sitting in the car right there?
Yes.
Okay. But you don't remember if you got back in here?
I know, I believe I did get back in the car. That's when I smelled just a slight of alcohol.
That was pre-search?
I believe so. I believe so. I don't know.
And I'm trying to get this so we can match it up with the video.
Right.
Okay, here's another inconsistency. He is saying that he first smelled alcohol in her breath when she was sitting in his car. And he has now had to admit also that he did have some interaction with her standing in front of her while she was in his car. Okay? So then Detective Davis says, now that was pre-search. And he says, yeah, I believe so. No, it wasn't. Look at his previous timelines. He got her out of the car, then he searched her, because he's not going to put a person in his cruiser who might have a gun or a knife, right? It doesn't matter if he's standing in front of her or if he's sitting in his, the driving compartment, okay? He's not going to do that. He's getting tripped up now in all of his own lies, because lying, it's very, very hard. It's very stressful on the psyche to lie, and it's almost impossible to lie about a lie. So, he doesn't know what to do here. He's kind of falling apart.
After you search, you come back over here and talk to her.
Right.
Okay. Any cars passing by then?
Maybe a couple.
Could she have missed? Because if you're standing right here and you're a big guy,
right,
and she's sitting right here, if she goes like this, well, she's gonna be looking right at your penis.
Okay. It was just talking.
Let me ask you this: did you ever get a hard on while you were talking to her? Because she could have.
I don't think
these pants don't fit the greatest,
right.
And if you get a hard on, I'm gonna be able to tell you got a hard on.
Right, and I'm pretty positive I didn't get a hard on.
Didn't get a hard on when you talked to her. Well, do you still just get boners because you get boners?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. So, have you ever got a boner on a call?
I'm pretty sure I have.
Okay.
Pretty sure I have.
But it's not something you would remember. No. I mean, I would remember if I got a hard on talking to somebody.
As a guy,
that's not something. I know. Well, you're not 50 yet either. So. Happens because of your age. Could she have missed? Could you have got a hard on and she saw it? And
I don't think I got a hard on, but like I said, she was already nervous and crying and whatnot. I'd already told her, I'm like, hey, I want to go home. I'm done with my shift. Nothing to be worried about. If nothing's on board where I need to take you to jail, you're good. I'm not worried about no state driver's license.
Did your pants come unzipped, unbuttoned, anything while you were standing right there?
No.
CSI is processing your car right now.
Right.
And when we stepped out, they found some pubic hairs right in here. Could they be yours?
No, that's not. I didn't pull my penis out. I didn't do anything right there.
Did she?
No.
But do you think they could be?
No, it's not. No. Nothing on mine.
Your pubes couldn't be?
No.
Right there?
No.
Has your penis ever been out?
While I'm working? No.
Not working?
No.
Okay. Did you catch that? Has your penis ever been out? Not while I'm working. Well, guess what? He was off the clock by this point, so he wasn't working. Right? He was always off the clock when he wasn't working. He might have been on duty, or it might have been after his shift ended. I mean, that didn't make sense. What I mean is, he might have been on duty and then went off duty by switching off his stuff, like on a lunch break or whatever. But you notice how he tries to qualify that, but then she leaps on that. She was like, no. Or not at work. We're talking about at any time. Were you rocking out with your cock out?
Have you ever had sex in the backseat of your car?
I have not.
Because, I mean, some people do. I'm not saying forced sex, consensual sex.
Right.
So your penis has never been in your backseat.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible any of this DNA shares?
No. It's not. I would like to go at it. Not my DNA.
Now, that's a good answer. Simple. No. And I'm not quite sure why it is that he's so confident about that. Maybe it's just a front. Maybe he's secretly freaking out about it. But I mean, these are fairly good denials. However, especially when she's asking, have you ever had it out in your car? He should be screaming from the rooftops his innocence at this point. He should be agitated. He should be loud. He should be almost refusing to let them get a word in edgewise because he's like, I didn't do it. No. And look at him, cool as a cucumber, right? Also, again, wording is so important. We know it wasn't out in his back seat, but he wasn't in the back seat. The victim was in the back seat. He was standing up. He was outside the car, right? So technically, that may be true. And not just for this assault, but for his other victims too. He probably wasn't in the car during the attack. So, technically, true, but deceptive.
Are those pubes going to be yours?
No.
Are you worried about it?
This whole situation I'm worried about. I mean, I've never been here, never been questioned, especially in like a room like this, Obviously, I'm worried about the whole circumstances of the situation.
You gotta understand, we kind of see different things, okay? You seemed a little extra worried whenever you talked about seeing her. We talked about seeing her boobies.
Right.
You sure she just didn't flash you?
I can't. She did not flash. I don't want to say I can't recall, but I'm pretty positive she didn't flash.
I see a pair of titties.
She went like this, but nothing as far as I'm going like crazy looking.
Lifting the shirt.
No.
How far?
When she lifted it up first, when I patted her down, she was like right here to her stomach line.
Did you see her belly?
Maybe some fat rolls or something. I don't know, but
that's victim shaming right there. Maybe some fat rolls. He could have just said, "Yeah, I saw her waistline," or "Yeah, saw a half inch of skin, but fat rolls." And by the way, the victim is not fat.
Right, but could you see skin?
Yeah, I saw skin. Yeah.
Well, she's older. Were tits hanging down, and you saw the bottom of her tits?
I don't know. I don't know. It's dark. I don't know.
You like older women?
I don't.
How old?
She's 25.
Okay.
What's the oldest lady you've slept with?
Maybe 29.
You ever slept with a black woman?
I have. In high school, I have.
Okay, this is a good stopping spot. He is definitely on the hot seat, and it's only going to get worse from here. So, until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!